This video is going to detail how to use ChatGPT 4.0, the new sort of GPT model, to book a ton of calls for your agency, whether it's SMMA, lead gen, recruiting, any type of agency, you're going to book a ton of calls. So my name's Harry Latos. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Acquired, and this is what we do. We just book calls, right? Pretty simply, and we teach others how to book calls as well. Now, you're going to want to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to actually do this at scale and create personalized emails at mass scale. But before we get into that, let me just show you a little bit of proof. Let me pull up my calendar. So this is my calendar and my closers calendars. So you can see we book a lot of calls. Like last week was pretty crazy. Week before that, this closer had 6 or 7 back-to-back calls. We can book a lot of calls, right? Obviously, AI helps us do that. What you'll notice about the new GPT model is that it can actually scrape websites. So if I say, hey, go on www.acquired.com, you should check it out. Right, what it's going to do is it's going to browse the web and go to Acquired and tells us what it does, right? This is the first time that GPT's actually been able to go on a live website and pull data. So then what we can say is create a personalized email to the owner of the company, referencing the information on their website and try to get them on a call about something they could be missing on their site, for example. So let's see what this pops up with. Cool. So what it's done, I recently visited Acquire website. I'm impressed by your effective lead generation strategies. Your personalized outreach campaigns and CRM integrations are clearly driving impressive results. Let's say make it more personalized. Make it more personalized. Let's see what this can really do. As you can see, you can play around with these prompts. Like you can ask it to go really, really specific on certain things. And if you're ever struggling to write a script or struggling to write an email, ask ChatGPT, put in what you need to around it, okay? And it says, I hope you find this well. I recently explored Acquire's website and I was interested, blah, 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 right? About what you do. It knows I execute personalized email campaigns and have integrations with CRM tools. So it clearly gets a good idea of what to do, right? Obviously, this sort of script is not going to make a night and day difference if you're just relying on this to do emails. What it can do is make it more personalized. So if I say instead of it actually crafting the whole email, what we can do is just ask it to write a first line. So I recently visited Acquire's website and was impressed by your innovative approach to generating high quality leads through targeted outreach and personalized email campaigns. So it's clearly using what I do on my website. That's great. That can help. Now, that of course can save you a bit of time. Now, what we could do is potentially give it a list of other companies to look at. So now I've asked it to do the same for these companies and create personalized lines for each of them, right? And I've given it 5 websites. So it shows you can start to do this at scale. Let's see what it actually comes back. And what we've got, it understands exactly what each of these things do. That's great. Now, you're probably not going to upload a list of 100 company names in here and try and mess around with it. So I've got a much more effective solution. But before we get into that, you're going to want to watch the very end. So I actually show you step by step how to do this. Before we get into that, what we want to understand are some tough truths about the agency space right now. Because this is all good. Like this ChatGPT model is obviously a bit of a shiny object. But the truths are that there's too much noise in the market. There's too many people doing the same things. And paired with the fact that prospects only care about themselves, you've got to either have a really, really no-brainer offer or good personalization in your emails or in your messages to actually make an impact. Now, the truth is that personalization is actually difficult and boring. You're not going to spend all day writing personalized lines for your emails, and you definitely don't want to spend all day writing personalized messages on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. No one has time to do that, and the sad part is you can't delegate something like this to a virtual assistant most of the time, or even a team member, because they don't fundamentally understand it the way that you do. So what we're going to cover is actually a process where we can use AI to help us do that, but still keep it in our own hands, right? So the process for this is, first step is we're going to scrape data using Apollo.io. So if I go onto Apollo, very, very easy to scrape data off here, and you can extract using Apollo itself, should you want to, but you can also find ways to scrape this information for very, very cheap, basically. So obviously you want to build your list of perfect prospects, and let's say, for example, you want to reach out to me, okay? Then you'll find me on here. You'll find the fact I used to be an engineer as well, but if we go for this one, we can obviously, it's got my email on here, and it's very simple, just selecting the contacts that you want to look for. So say if it's CEOs in the United States and you've got 2,000 of them, you can just select them all and then very simply export the records. So you'll get the email addresses, the phone numbers, the LinkedIn profiles, all of this data around these prospects, and you can export that. Now, what you can do from there is actually take this exported list and put it into a Google sheet. This is what you're going to want to do. This is where the process starts getting a bit more involved and where it starts getting interesting. So as you can see, this is my data, which has been scraped off of Apollo in the Google Sheet. The reason why we want to put it in a Google Sheet is because you can actually integrate ChatGPT with Google Sheets to personalize things at mass scale. What we want to do here is actually add on an extension, which is called GPT for Sheets. So it's called an add-on. If you go to get add-ons and type in GPT for Sheets, this is completely free to get on Google Sheets. And you're going to want to include this on your Google Sheets. The reason being is because we want to use the website to personalize the emails to these prospects. So say I wanted to write an email to myself. The first step is getting the data. We've got my email address, great. That's out there in the public now. But what we want to do is create a personalized email to myself. So how would we do this? We wouldn't just copy and paste it into ChatGPT here. That's extremely slow. We would use the ChatGPT add-on in Google Sheets itself. So I'm going to walk you through this, so pay close attention. The thing that we want to leverage is called the SEO description. This comes with Apollo. If you scrape Apollo, you'll get the SEO description of any website, right? And it says, our SEO description is we're the almost in-house sales teams that provide dream clients, growing your company through targeted high-volume outreach campaigns, right? Go from leads to acquired. So that's what we say we do, right? Now, what we want to do, if we're going to create a personalized email to myself, then I'd want to use this in the email, right? I want to use a personalized first line. So this is how we use ChatGPT. With any GPT, you need to write a prompt, okay? This is the thing that goes into the search bar, and then you have the result. So we have prompt and then GPT response, right? So what I typically write in the prompt is, let's keep it super simple. We need to have equals and then speech marks, right? So what I've written is I've given it a prompt to write a personalized first line for this company based off the SEO description. Make it clear enough that an 18-year-old would be able to understand. This is, and I'll put this and add in my SEO description, right? So boom, we've got the prompt. Now we're going to get ChatGPT to write this. How do we do this? If you've got the add-on, all you need to do is press equals, type in GPT, and then select the prompt, and let's see if it works its magic. Let's see what it does. So it looks like it's taking, it says it's going to take 1 minute to actually formulate the response, but let's see what we've got. Having a team dedicated to finding your dream customers, helping your business grow with tons of personalized outreach, that's exactly what we do. Right, so it's obviously writing a personalized first line for this company instead of to this company. So I'm going to adjust the script slightly. So I've changed it instead of for this company to this company. So let's see if that has a difference on the thing. There we go. Let's say, hey, company name. I think it's awesome how you act like an in-house sales team to help find businesses through their perfect clients through massive outreach campaigns. That's what it said for us. And we've got GPT to write that. I haven't had to do anything. Now what you can do is export this as a CSV and upload it into one of your email campaigns. I've got loads of videos on my channel going over exactly how to actually do the step-by-step process for the email campaigns. But let's show you how we do this at scale. So say, for example, we pulled a bigger list. This has obviously only got my contact information, but say I wanted loads and loads of different ones. All right, so I've added a few SEO descriptions of potential companies just so you can see what it does. But ultimately, you'd get this info from Apollo, so you don't need to do anything here. It would literally be as simple as selecting both of these two cells and dragging them down. So then what it will do is it will write the prompt in each of them, and GPT will be working in the back end. So obviously it says it's loading here, and perfect. We've got hi there. I noticed your company is known for making the best wine in town. I can't wait to learn more about what makes your wines and stand out. Hi there, if you're looking to book, hey, I love how you make hiring cheaper by cutting out the recruiting middleman. And then there we go, right? I don't think I put one in for this one, so it didn't, so I didn't put anything in. But what you're able to do, obviously it's quite hard to see because it's quite small here, which is annoying. But it can do this at scale. So say you get 100 of these, 100 exports, 100 bits of contact information, you can literally just drag it down. It's going to create personalized first lines for each and every one of them. Now, of course, you're going to want to go through or get VA to go through to make sure they all make sense. Make sure your prompt is optimized. I've just spent less than 2 minutes making the prompt there. You probably want to spend a little bit more time. But ultimately, ChatGPT and Google Sheets paired with Apollo can create some seriously personalized campaigns. You don't need to pay for expensive software to do personalization for you. This is ultimately what it's doing in the back end anyway. So I've just saved you a ton of money and hopefully a ton of time as well. So implement this into your outreach strategy for your agency. Personalized emails quicker than ever, at more scale than ever. and you'll be able to scale so much quicker. So hopefully that video has been useful. Looking for someone to actually do these campaigns for you as opposed to you do them yourself, I've got a booking link below. Schedule a chat with my team and see if there's any value to provide. But thanks for taking the time to watch this video. That's how to use AI to actually scale your agency. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.